Dear Sam the Cooking Guy, we dare you to make our new cheesesteak pizza. Sincerely, all of us at Pizza Hut.
Wait! Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Come on,
You gotta tug it in.
No, that's a you issue. Oh, pickle juice on the burger. Zach's body is shaking. He's so nervous.
So here we go. I don't know which it
rolled over. What is this model pose?
Oh, you do you? You dare us to make this. Your, wait for it, boom, your cheesesteak pizza. Boys, what do you think?
I like the idea.
I like the idea too.
I think the execution could be a little bit better.
That fly just went right past it and didn't land. It's telling me something. Well, here it is. Okay. I say we give it a go. Shouldn't be too difficult, actually. Some beef, some vegetables we'll deal with. The interesting part is that the cheese layer on the crust is a couple things. One is an Alfredo sauce that is cheesed by Parmesan. I kind of like the sound of that. I don't know how they make theirs, but we'll have a little garlic in ours. And then there's, you know, mozzarella on the top at the end, maybe with a little extra parm. I think it'll be good. And we're gonna cook it in the uni. It cooks in about 1.5 minutes. That'll be fun. Max will get some beautiful shots of that. The whole thing will come together pretty quick. Oh yeah, we got the slicer. Slicer's coming out. We got some steak to slice because it's gotta be thin. I think it needs to be thin. And we haven't played with it nearly enough. So it's a fun day. We got the uni going. We got an Alfredo sauce going. We've got the slicer coming out. There's something else. Vegetables cooking. And we're eating like fat guys. So first up, a cheesesteak pizza would definitely have some onion pepper component, and this one is no different. So in the pan on my left, your right, we're gonna put some sliced green pepper and some sliced yellow onion. And these will begin to soften. You know, they're not gonna go in the oven for very long, so if we get them really wibbly right now, they'll be like a limp dick by the time they come out of the oven. Little mix, don't need to inundate with oil, it's enough. All right, let this happen. And now to the pan on my right, your left. We're gonna start with a tablespoon of butter. Let that begin to melt. And to this, we're gonna add some minced garlic. I've got 4 cloves here. And this, we just want to start getting fragrant. Fantastic. Max barely has to move. Everything is happening right in front of him. Vegetables coming along beautifully. Yeah, we'll season them in a bit, not yet. To our cooking garlic, we're gonna add some flour. I have 3 tablespoons here. We mix this in, it gets super dry and sandy. You wanna do this for about 1 minute. Really what you're doing is you're getting rid of that raw flour flavor that you don't want. And unless, of course, you're flour, then maybe you do like it. And after the minute, we're gonna add a cup of chicken broth, like this. And I'm now gonna switch from my spatula to my whisk. This I want to mix till it's fairly smooth. And my vegetables over here are perfecto. These guys I can take off. They've done all the hard work they need to. We'll give them a break now. There we go. Keep your mixing. And at this point, I'm now gonna come back to my spatula because it will help me get these little clumps out. Just flatten them like that. We've got most of it done. Now we'll add a cup of milk. And I'm not sure everybody's aware, but one of the ways to make an Alfredo sauce is with heavy cream. And it's certainly easy, but it's also way heavier and way fattier on your belly. I like this. If we can get this to where we want it, and we can, and this is a great option. And we have cheese coming, and we haven't seasoned it yet. So there's all good things still to come. Nice. So get all your milk in, bring it to a simmer. We're gonna let this go a couple minutes till it's thickened. Then we'll add some cheese. Look how gorgeous this is. We always talk about this. You drag your spatula across when it doesn't fill in. You can see how beautifully thick it's becoming. I love that. Okay, gonna add some red pepper flakes. Not too many. I think a little bit of heat in this will be nice. Mix that. Gonna go a little pinch of salt, not too much because cheese is inherently salty. We're about to add that in a second. Next in, about 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, already mixed. Beautiful. Oh. Basil, oregano, thyme, I don't know what else is in here, but not only does it smell great, but now look how pretty. And now our cheese, and I have some finely shredded nice Parmesan, and that will look like this. It's like snow. Oh my God. Okay, just give me a spoon. Give me a spoon, and I'm happy. Our work is pretty much done with this. The only thing left to do is have a taste. A little bit of steam. Wow, there's no possible way that Pizza Hut Alfredo sauce is this good. Boys, I must. It would be mean if I didn't. 1 and 1. And wait, let me just re-taste along with you. 1, 2, 3.
Oh shit.
So good.
spice is great.
Wow, delicious. All right, I'll take this, kill the heat, set it off to the side, warm it up a little bit when we need it. But our vegetables are done, our sauce is done, my dough is ready. Let's cut some meat. We get to use the slicer. All right, beautiful, look at this. This is a prime New York strip. It's been in my freezer a couple hours. There's a tiny bit of give to it, but the best way to cut on a slicer is when it's very cold or frozen like this. We do this at the restaurant with our short ribs for our Korean short rib taco. So, but the marbling, that's what you want. Those little ribbons of fat are what bring the extra delicious flavor. And I say it all the time, I would rather have a great piece of meat once a month rather than a mediocre piece of meat once a week. So let's get this kid up and on and try not to cut the f out of ourselves. It's not exactly even. It might take me a couple swipes to get even pieces coming off, but contact. And I've got this dialed down at like a 2. I think a 1 is gonna be too thin. Let's see how this looks. Stand by. I think maybe a little thinner. What do you think? I just wanted to eat that, but look how gorgeous this is. By the way, we could make our own steak-'em. Oh my God. Super thin, pack them together. Oh my God, okay. Let me take this off, put it here. Let's come down to 1.5 and see how that looks. That's it. I think this is what we want. So I'm just gonna give myself a few of these. We'll only make it one pizza. I think we have enough, one more. All right, turn it off. Fantastic. Let's get this happening. And we're ready. That's our peel. Yes, that's what they're called. It's called a pizza peel. And our dough that I made last night. So now, a little extra flour. We just want to stretch it out. Oh, this is gonna be good. This was a 225 gram ball of dough. And it will make one nice, 10-8-ish, 10-inch pizza, roughly. If I had pizza dough skills that were better, maybe it would make a 12-inch and perfectly thin. But you know me. Well, not everybody can be perfect at everything, right? Sorry about that. Okay, so, it's not perfect. My shit's never perfect. So now I'm gonna put these cornmeal on here. It acts like little wheels.
Say it.
It acts like little ball bearings, watch. That's what we need. We need it to roll off into the oven, which is getting super hot right now. All right, a little thin in the middle, but we're gonna be fine. So now we do this. Now we come in with our Alfredo. Give just a lovely little base layer here. Oh my God. I'm just in smell heaven. By the way, this recipe, this Alfredo will make 2 pizzas. So when you got a nice base layer, we do this. I'm trying to get it nice and round for Maxwell. Now we've got stuff to put on. I'm sure you remember the mushrooms and the peppers. Let's just do a little bit of this. And don't forget, we still have our steak and some cheese. I'm pretty happy with what this is doing right now. Maybe a little bit more onion around. There we go. We're good. Okay, our steak. And our steak is gonna look like this. We wanna take little pieces of it. Just rip it up. It's gonna shrink a bit, but we don't need to cook it because it's going into a oven that's somewhere around 700 degrees. So just like when you use pepperoni on a pizza, if you put what looks right, it ends up shrinking and then it ends up looking wrong. Looks like you cheaped out. So we don't want that to happen. So let's just do a few more. And this little bit of fat edge on this is gonna be glorious. Okay, last but not least, just a little low moisture mozzarella that we shredded. I don't want too much. Don't forget, we've already got that beautiful layer of Alfredo. All right, we're making a nice edge all the way around. Then I'll show you what we're gonna do. All right, we're ready for the oven. Let's go. And with the uni about 900 degrees, we're going in, we're not gonna be in long. I can tell you that. And that means we're gonna go about 20-ish seconds and then give it a little turn. Which is about now, so let's get this kid. And you can see it's cooking beautifully. So what we wanna do is just give it a little turn and back we go. Now let's do that again. This is what you want, this gorgeousness here. Back we go. It's fucking beautiful. I don't know if I could be any happier. Just a little more color on that side. 900 degrees does not take long to cook a pizza. And I think we're there. Look at that. That is smoking and gorgeous. And here we are. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And let me just show you this. Here's what I like. This spotting underneath. You see that? That's a good thing. That's the way you want your crust to come out. Oh my God, I'm so happy with this. We got a tiny bit more of this shredded parm, this good parm. This is not the green can parm. I mean, that has its place, but here, no, that's not for us. Okay, so let's cut. One more. All right, let me show you one thing. There's ours. Yes, I got a little aggressive on the edge, but there's ours. I think this looks better, actually. There's
more beefy.
ours. This is my point. If you put beef on and you go, that looks fine, by the time it cooks, it shrinks and it's not fine. That's why you need extra beef, just like you need extra pepperoni. And that's why I need a freaking bite right now. And I want this guy. This guy, it's got the green pepper, it's got steak, Alfredo, oh my God. Oh! And this leopard spotting on the bottom is what it's called, is a good thing. You know what's crazy? It doesn't eat like there's Alfredo sauce floating all over the bottom. It just eats fucking delicious. Oh man. If you don't have a slicer, still throw your piece of meat in the freezer. Give it an hour, depending on how big it is. This was in a couple hours. That way you'll be able to slice it thin, because when it's sliced thin, even if this was a regular oven at 500 degrees, it would have taken maybe 10 minutes, but still would have cooked perfectly, no need to pre-cook. And I don't know, but that looks like it was cooked once and then thrown on the pizza and then thrown into the oven. But what do I know? I don't work at a pizza place. All right, thanks for hanging with us. We love that you're there. Don't eat the same thing all the time. Don't make the same thing all the time. And hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. See what you've done to me? You f***ed my head.
Look at me.
I call a piece for Mom.